sometimes.
Listen in your office, in your car, or even your neighborhood bar.
We're doing it. We're doing it. We're having fun. We're making it happen.
It's fun time. Open your mouth, close your eyes. We're going to give you a big surprise.
And here it is.
Yes, welcome to the only show anywhere on the internet that asks the question, hey, who are these broadcasters? As always, I'm Christian Blatt. Right there, that's Eric Zane. And of course, in the captain's chair, the artist formerly known as Karl Hamburglar, Karl Hamburger. Great to see you all, gentlemen.
Great to see you, Christian and Eric. Thanks for joining me yet again for a fine Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah, and I think we should just get right to it because I know your other shows have banter, but we're here for the clips. So let's dive right into who are these local newscasters? Ooh.
Others
Easy for me to say.
We appreciate it.
That's my favorite Journey song right there. So we start off in Memphis with a restaurant that, I don't know, might be in danger of losing its 4-star status. Eric, you brought us this one, so I don't know if you want to set up the clip before we dive into it.
Yeah, there's a couple things. The close-up of the food, which, my God, I can just imagine being the camera person saying, all right, I really got to zoom in on the gross part. Just this is gross. And there's actually two things that are very gross in this show. You'll figure out the grossest of the two as you watch. And I mean, they did 2.5 minutes on this story about something gross in the food. And I don't know if you've ever had that ever happen to you in your personal life, something gross in the food. But the whole dynamic of let's call the TV station so that they can get a close up of this pile of shit that was served to me is pretty ridiculous.
Well, I have gotten a hair in my soup before, and that was my first thought, but I didn't call the newspaper. I thought that would be overkill.
Question for you, because I played the story on my show. Someone asked, if you found a hair in your soup, would you send it back or would you eat it?
No. Oh, I wouldn't eat it. I don't like sending things back. I might not touch it, but I would not eat it. No.
I would eat it. I would definitely eat that food.
I would eat it only if it was curly. I think if as long as it was nice and small. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty gross. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a pretty gross dude.
I guess
so. Well, you let us know if you would eat this if it was served to you.
Also, cheap
loaded fries.
It's also a cheap thing to do, Eric. You can't just afford another bowl of soup. Jesus.
No, it's nothing to do with the cost. I just want to. I just want to eat. You fucker.
Is outraged and disgusted after she found maggots in her food at a Midtown restaurant. And we want to warn you, parts of this story, it can be gross.
Yeah, you can see them crawling around. Yeah. Fox 13's Sierra Jordan is the reporter who spoke with this angry customer, and she also has a response from the restaurant as well.
Andrea Ballard went right across the street to Local on the Square with her friends for dinner. When she received...
Could you imagine the owner? Oh, we're on the news! Hey, honey, get in here! We're on the news! It's exciting!
Her appetizer, she was shocked to find several critters inside her food.
So I'm thinking to myself, did you just dig in a trash can and put this on my plate?
Oh, look at...
Andrea Ballard couldn't believe what she saw on her plate at the Local on the Square at the corner of Madison and Cooper. Take a look at her cell phone video taken Friday night. You can see several maggots and gnats inside her loaded fries.
Okay, good. I thought that's what happened because Eric made it seem like the news team came down with the van and zoomed in on the food. Like, how long are you going to be hanging out with this food? They're waiting for the newsman to get there. So this was shot with their phone. So it does suck to be a restaurant owner in 2023. Everyone has an amazing video camera on their phones with them at all times.
Yeah, that's really bad that I couldn't piece that together. Like, like if only we had a device that could get all of this material. What an asshole I am.
Well, I was going to say dummy, but asshole's good too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, anybody that walks into your restaurant has the capability to, show your food on like an IMAX screen in 3D. Right. And but to be fair, what
you don't need
what
to rub
sucks
it in.
more is to be served a plate of food that looks like this. Sorry, Eric.
Yeah.
He's moving. I saw a little black bug, so I'm fanned and I'm thinking maybe the nest coming from outside. Okay, we sit near the door.
Bullshit. I say the maggots came out of her fucking chin rolls.
Her head is shaped in a way it looks like her face was put on upside down.
It looks like Peter Griffin in drag. Or blackface.
Look, you guys are being a little rough. I don't know. I think the trailer for the new Medea movie looks hysterical. So I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yes, you're right. It's like one of those masks like Eddie Murphy would wear when he has to play 17 characters.
Oh God, Hercules! What is it, Hercules? What the fuck?
No human has a neck like that.
No, that's not normal.
Damn it! That takes. She needs to show up a baby picture just to show us the transformation from point A to point Z.
I'm waiting her to snag a fly with her tongue.
Jesus Christ. And then you got chick in the background, too. Everybody there is disgusting.
Yeah.
The little white bug started to just jumping across my plate.
This was Ballard's first time at the local. After eating a couple of fries and noticing the bugs, she notified the manager, but wasn't happy with the way management handled the situation.
They only comped my meal and ignored us for the rest of the night.
Less than 24 hours later.
Hold on. Comping the meal is really the least they could do on that. I'll tell you what, we won't charge you for the maggot-infested meal that we just served you. Well, yeah, I wasn't going to pay for it, so thanks.
Thank you so much.
Next time you come in, free apps, okay?
What the fuck? I think that's her first time there. Oh, well, and probably last, I would hope.
Yeah, I don't know how you make that right. I mean, is she setting them up for a lawsuit? I mean, who knows?
Probably, yeah. She throws in the and they ignored us the rest of the night. I'm like, well, you know, I feel like you got.
I can understand that too. I don't want to go talk to a lady I just served a bunch of maggots or they fell out of her chin.
That's the thing about the front of the house, back of the house at a restaurant, is that the people who make all the fuck ups in the back of the house never have to face the customer. And those poor people in the front of the house have to go back and be like, all right, so I know I just served you something with maggots, which, by the way, I had nothing to do with. I don't have anything to do with any of that shit, but I have to sit here and apologize for some reason.
Yeah, that's tough.
All right. Is there anything else on this one, or are we ready to move on?
I think we can move on. You know, they do blame the restaurant. Eventually blames the supplier of like the blue cheese, and it's like, well, it's their fault. So, you know, I think you still served it to a customer.
Well, yeah.
So
you fucking have eyes, asshole.
Well, also, I'll point this out because I've worked at restaurants. I know how this works. Whoever supplies the blue cheese supplies that blue cheese to every other restaurant in that area, or at least half of them. There's only 2 vendors to choose from. So you can't just be like, we only give the maggot-infested blue cheese to this one restaurant.
Yeah, well, maybe they should have looked at the package. Maybe it said extra protein, and maybe that's actually an intentional special order. Yeah. Yeah, let's go on to what is our clip number 9. And, you know, Karl, I know
when he said that he wants food that's going to move, that's not what the owner meant by that. We're only getting food that. All right, go on. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No, that's all right. So, Karl, I know you just bought a house, and I moved into a new house recently. But when we get to our clip number 9, I don't know if there's any solution other than you have to burn down the house and just sell the land at a total loss for our clip number 9 here.
Oh, you want to go right to 9? All right, let's do it.
Yeah,
this is nuts.
Yeah.
For many people, this would be an absolute nightmare, but for this Australian snake catcher, it's just another day in the life. The homeowners of this Queensland home, of course it's in Australia, they complained of loud noises inside their roof space. Well, it turns out it was an aggressive pair of male snakes. The snake catcher was able to cut a hole in the ceiling and slowly pull out the snakes without any trouble. Oh, I watched this video.
It's hard to watch.
She just pulls it out one at a time. They start wrapping themselves around her, and she's totally cool about it.
That's the answer. Wow. You just can't show fear.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Some solid banter from the news team there, but that doesn't detract from the fact that there's not just one, but 2 enormous snakes in the ceiling. And this lady's like, yeah, all right. You know, and it's like curling around her arm as she gets it. And she's like, you're just another day at the office. Am I right or am I right, folks?
Yep. Ha. Yes. You just don't show fear. And is that what snakes do? They like sense fear and they just bite you?
I don't think so. You could literally offer me $10 million and I would not do this. If there are snakes up in the ceiling, that's someone else's problem immediately.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I don't need to live there ever again.
Stuttering John Stroke for $2 says, nice green screen, Karl. You at Stutcho's house? No, I don't think he would have me over to his house at this point. I don't think we're boys anymore.
No, I believe that you're able to tell that where Karl isn't echoing because there's furniture in it. So
there's
Karl is somewhere
furniture,
else.
and somehow I'm able to get light into this house, even though I'm in Florida. I'm able to actually illuminate my face somehow.
And also a unique feature of your house versus someone else's house. You have a friend there with you. You have a wife there with you. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I can't figure out why he doesn't like you.
Go figure it out.
I think I just figured out why he doesn't like me. Anyway, let's move on to clip number 10, which to me,
are we going to skip clip number 8, Christian? Because
that's what the one I had talked about. We were going to skip because it was difficult to
Okay.
navigate. Yeah,
Damn it! I was excited about that one. Actually, no, it's boring, and I'm glad we're not doing it.
Yeah, that one sucks. But yeah, it's. We couldn't pull the gem out of it, I guess was the problem. There was too much filler around it, but that's all right. So number 10 is a little bit of a tale as old as time. Reporter talks to athlete, reporter falls over, anchor back in the studio, improvises hysterical one-liners. Well, maybe one of those things didn't happen here in clip 10. This is KTLA right here in Los Angeles. Megan Tellis is the reporter here at the beach.
We're gonna bump set spike and show off our skills. Bye.
Okay, let's see. Come on.
You go bump.
Boom. Set.
That's not a spike.
I don't.
Where was the spike?
Oh, wow.
She's attacked by the ball, ladies and gentlemen.
Report her down.
Megan Tellis goes
Ouch.
down hard.
Not there.
The
Eesh.
bike has hit her, or
Well,
the ball has
ball.
hit her in the tummy. She seems to be okay. Sorry, it came into my.
Oh, Megan.
Oh,
You're a grown man, and you just said a grown woman has a tummy.
This guy is trying too hard to be a puker. Did you hear that? Wow, that was high. He actually was going like this when the the ball fell on her tummy. Kent Brockman, move over.
But I will say, you could tell these two are having the best day at work ever. They obviously do not like this lady. They were so happy that she fucked up trying to show off.
Yeah, tune in tomorrow when we send her out in front of a firing squad. What could happen?
Do you ever think that these guys try to fall down to become viral? That they she might have just thrown herself on the ground because it looked pretty suspect in my opinion.
She wanted to be the lady that's stomping on the grapes,
right?
And then falls out of it. Yeah. You know what? You might be right. And look, if she just fell down, I might not have pulled this clip. But the top-notch banter in the studio is what really
Eric,
got my.
Who would want to be famous for being an idiot aside from Stuttering John Melendez and maybe Chad Zumach? I can't think of anyone who would actually choose that.
If she wants to go that route and be up there with Grape Lady, she's actually going to have to throw herself in the road and get hit by a semi because that was one of the most crazy things I've ever seen in my life.
Joe Higachi with $5 super sticker. Thank you very much, Joe. Much appreciated for the support. All right, let's move on to our next category, shall we?
Yeah, let's go to who are these talk shows?
I said, can you dig it?
I think so.
WATV. Now who are these talk shows? Just who are these talk shows?
And Karl, last week we played a clip that I think we all enjoyed. You in particular, you loved it. You said that I can never get enough of ladies' wigs falling off. And for this clip, our clip number 11, I'm going to have to say, be careful what you wish for, because in this clip, Sherry Shepard, who hosted the previous week's clip, her wig falls off live on her show, or, does it?
I actually named the episode after it. Can You Wig It is what her segment is called. And it just shows black women's wigs falling off their heads.
What would Anthony Cumia name this segment?
You know what? I'm not quite sure, Eric. You want to speculate on that?
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts, Eric? Do you want to put them out there?
is when it starts sliding. I talk about this all the time. When it starts sliding, you can feel it slide because you will start out with it down here and all of a sudden it just keeps making its way up, especially if the wig weighs a lot. And all you can do is what Sarah Jakes did was pull it forward. So she preached for the rest of the show in the wig cap because there's nothing you can do at that moment. You can't throw down the mic and walk out and try to fix it. The show must go on. So, she can't start screaming. And it was such a trip watching her. And I was so inspired by Sarah Jakes because I know how that happens. And so she just inspires so many people. Everybody jumped up and the
All right,
Karl,
his
wig came off. I mean, come on, you can hear the reaction in there, and I intentionally made sure that clip was really long with all that ramp up, where she clearly knows what's about to happen, and she's like setting herself. She's making sure is everybody ready. Is my wig gonna fall off? All right, let's go. But you do get some great crowd reactions.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna play that. But is she fucking Carrot Top now? Who are these prop comic broadcasters that we're doing right now?
Shoot.
Oh, no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
It came off her hair.
Oh, come on.
And you sitting there and what you gonna do? The show gotta
What are you gonna do, Sherry?
The show must go on.
Is this the most retarded audience in all of television? It has to be.
That's so troubling to see these idiots laughing at this. You fucking assholes.
But can you believe that we were here for this? Holy shit.
God damn it. Knock it off.
You just gotta do it and take it, John. It just goes on.
I'm sure there was no editing when she tossed it to the DJ or whoever that co-host announcer is. Yeah.
The show must go on. We
I like the way she was able to roll with it, even though she didn't know that was going to happen. That was very professional of her. Good job.
She was unflappable there. Yeah.
Yes, impressive.
By the way, this does not put an end to me looking for actual videos of wig mishaps, but this was a little bit disappointing from Sherry Shepherd.
A little obvious that was planned in advance, I guess, is what we're all trying to say.
She's probably going to do it again next week and get the same exact reaction. Oh my God. It's like that War of the Roses radio bit that every radio station, top 40 station does. And the audience goes, wow, that's so funny. I can't believe that's happening again.
I haven't seen an audience freak out that much since You Got a Car and You Got a Car. That's how impressed they were with that bit.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's exciting to watch somebody's wig fall off. All right, so let's go on to clip 12. We're still in the talk shows. We still really only have daytime talk shows right now. Mark and Kelly, or I guess it's called Kelly and Mark. She would never let her husband have the first name in the show. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, they have the old Regis and Kathy Lee show. And they have a correspondent named Steve Patterson. And they let him loose in an amusement park in Minnesota. And I just have a highlight from it. But basically, the whole point was he went around and he asked kids, hey, you're having fun in the summer, but aren't you excited to go back to school? And all the kids said, yes, we're excited to go back to school. But this segment means just because you put somebody with a camera on a roller coaster doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be hysterical. And then also, you decide, audience, if you would want this guy sitting next to your 15-year-old daughter on a roller coaster. But, maybe you're not worried for some reason.
And she has a fear of roller coasters, is what I've just been told. Now we're in the front row. It's going to be great. We're going to do great. Yeah, clap it up. You know what? You know what I think we should clap for? School. Clap it up for school. Back. School. Yeah. So this part is okay. It's this part that gets a little... School. Eyes open. Are you good? You still conscious? Let's go.
Is there a more obvious soundtrack you could have put to this clip, Karl?
Listen, I'm not knocking Dick Dale anytime. That's always good for me. Little Miserloo.
It's
get surf rock. Oh wait, this isn't Dick Dale. This is a stupid Black Eyed Peas song. God damn it, they got me.
Way to go, Mr. Instrumental.
Hypocrisy police.
Since this is all about going back to school, what did you just learn?
I learned about Romeo and Juliet.
No. What did you just learn on this roller coaster?
Always keep your eyes open.
What?
Always keep your eyes open.
That's a lesson for life. Keep your eyes open. There's a big life to be lived out there. Wow. I feel slightly nauseous. And I feel comfortable telling you that.
Great ad libs.
Did it look crazy to you guys, like, at all? I mean, I've got kids. I do ride a lot of roller coasters every once in a while. Maybe one that I wouldn't as a 47-year-old, but seems all right. This 15-year-old girl didn't throw up on him. So
No, she was fine.
First of all, the roller coaster was a pile of shit. If you notice the angle that it was going down at, I mean, you need one of those fucking ones that, like, if people in the audience know what Cedar Point is all about. I mean, you go to one of those things, but this is like some stupid thing you see on Coney Island, for God's sake. It's like 70 years old.
Yeah.
Not going to puke on that.
Also,
No.
she's afraid of roller coasters and also treadmills, apparently. That's a 15-year-old girl. She's getting a fast start on obesity up back there.
I was waiting to see which one of us were going to comment on the 15-year-old girl first.
Yeah, well,
and
big gal.
There's a variety of reasons why Steve Patterson might not have been interested in that 15-year-old, but that might be one of them.
Carl's trying to make up for the Dick Dale mistake with fat jokes about
It
children.
is the Big Dale riff. How dare you?
About fat jokes about children. Yeah, she's young and a fat bitch.
That was Dick Dale, motherfucker.
Whatever.
Well, my takeaway from those two clips is that, as bad as we all think late night TV is, late night talk shows, daytime talk shows are way worse. But I'll do my part, and we'll all keep reporting and letting you know. But we should move on to the pundits now because, they're always entertaining, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Folks out there need to listen up, mainly because here comes Who Are These Pundits?
Now, there's a lot of different ways to highlight some of these news outlets that are out there. And, some of them have less than stellar production values. But this week I wanted to focus on the talent level of the people they put on the camera. That maybe people who don't belong in front of the camera is a bit of a bipartisan effort. This first clip is clip 13. It's the Young Turks and Cenk Uygur, who founded the network. So he puts himself on. And honestly, if we had just clipped the first 3 seconds, it would have been enough. But it's nice to spend some time here with this point that the Young Turks are trying to make here in clip 13.
So look, I knew they would turn on Jesus because first of all, they are the establishment, and Jesus will led a revolution against the establishment. He threw out the money changers in the temple. The Republicans worship money changers now on Wall Street. They say they're the most important, beloved people in the world, not Republican voters. Republican voters don't love bankers. Republican politicians and Republican thought leaders and evangelicals like these guys love Wall Street. They say, give me 13 private jets. That's what Jesus wanted you to do, right? These phonies, these fakes, these prosperity preachers, right? So now, secondly, Jesus said, give away all of your worldly possessions. Look, I wrote about this in my book, tyt.com/justice to pre-order. Jesus was so communist, he'd make Karl Marx blush. It was only a matter of time before they found out what Jesus was actually preaching. So the minute that conservatives, evangelical.
Did he just admit that liberals are actually communists? Is that what I just heard?
Yes.
He was so liberal, he was a communist. Like, I don't think you wanted to say that, did you?
Folks in America found out that Jesus is massively liberal. Give away all your worldly possessions. No rich people can go to heaven. Do you hear that in your local church? Anybody ever hear that in their local church? Maybe you go to a great church and then you hear that, but you're in the minority, okay? Because all these frauds and phonies that Jesus hated are leading all these churches right now. And they're all telling you, oh, give me money. Jesus loved money. Oh yeah, Jesus loved war. Did he? Because I thought he said turn the other cheek. Weak. Jesus is weak.
I want to focus on that.
Yeah.
I want to focus. She's trying to get this guy to stop talking. First of all, someone needs to powder his forehead. That's a big problem. I can't stop looking. It looks like he got I took like a 5-minute, took a 2-handed slash to the forehead. And
Eric, are you trying to say that his flop sweat has flop sweat on it?
It's horrible. It's horrible. And then the whole idea of plugging the book on pre-order while he's sandwiching that and shoehorning that in during all that was ridiculous.
No, to be fair, Jesus would have liked that, actually. He's like, and by the way, there's the New Testament. You can get it on Amazon.com. He was always dropping that in there.
Jesus gets none of the proceeds from that, just so you know. So I don't think he even cares if people buy it or not. Is that the coldest take against Christianity ever?
Yeah, as that Jesus was a communist, and he knew that the GOP would turn on Jesus. But honestly, I love the clip for the voices towards the end. That's why we had to sit through so much of it. Anytime that you have people doing voices that shouldn't be doing voices, and we may have some more of that in a little bit.
Did you ever think that Jesus is in heaven going, I fucking hate all of you. Stop it.
Yes.
You're such what a bunch of assholes you are. I didn't say any of that shit. I can't wait till you get up here, you motherfucker.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Thanks for the super chat. Everyone take notes from David Chandler, who is a true patriot and a hero.
David Chandler, $50 super sticker. Thank you, David Chandler.
gosh.
You're the best, buddy. Much
You really are the
appreciated.
best. David, I'm not sure that the $100 super chats are working, but
Here we go. Here we go.
Look, I don't know. We haven't gotten any yet, have we?
Never good enough for our buddy Christian Blatt. Jesus would not have liked super chats, by the way. Jesus was not about super chats.
I don't know. Wasn't the collection plate the original super chat?
Yes, actually.
No, that's excellent. Thank you.
Good point.
All right. Well, let's move it on over to Newsmax and clip 14. There's a host there called Lydia Karanaj, and she hosts a show called The Count, which is basically Keith Olbermann's old show Countdown, but with less letters in the title. So they count down the big stories, and she's repeatedly tongue-tied here as she introduces one of her guests. But if people know Curtis Sliwa from the Guardian Angels, I think if he made this on a channel that people actually watch, he might have gotten in some trouble for what he tries to say, but he's just here to try and make people laugh. So
I might just stick up for the broadcaster on this one. These are not easy words to say. I'd really have to do my homework if I was doing this.
But if you hosted this show, you would do your homework. I think that's the difference.
That's a good point. Yes.
Nothing. Since spring, almost 100,000 illegals have taken up residence in New York City, all on the taxpayer dime, to a tune of about $8 million a day. Here with us now, the legendary Curtis Sliwa. Also with us, Demetrius Nakos. He's the owner of a restaurant, Amos Estadio. How do you say your restaurant's name? I want to say it correct.
Amos Estiatorio.
There you
Close
go.
enough.
Which is across from the road.
Spoiler, she never tries it again. She goes, I want to say it correctly. Well, you're not going to, so that's fine.
She just goes, yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's what I'm trying to say, yeah.
I really like the sea urchins on the wall. I love you. Thank you.
Roosevelt
Whatever.
Hotel, and the Roosevelt Hotel was once famed, but it's now become a migrant processing center. Curtis, I'll start off with you first. Mayor Adams, right? On the one hand, he's like, I need more money, help me, this and that. But then on the other hand, he won't call out Biden by name. Now he's getting into it with Kathy Hochul. And then I want everybody to take a listen to what he said here. Take a listen.
I'm Gandhi-like. I think like Gandhi. I act like Gandhi. I want to be like Gandhi.
So first he was Jesus Christ. Now he's Gandhi. Has this guy lost his mind? What's going on?
Let me remind Eric Adams, obviously he didn't do well in history. Gandhi wore diapers, not $5,000 customized suits.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, again, if anybody saw that, there'd be enough people to go like, hey, I think maybe we could cancel the guy in the red hat.
Well, yeah, sure, the guy may have peaceful views, but he obviously is not him. He's black and wearing an expensive suit. Can't be Gandhi. By the way, I'm Curtis. You can see my name's on my shirt here. Who the fuck wears their own gear?
Hold on a second. Eric Adams was wearing a hat that said Mayor of New York. Eric Adams calling himself Gandhi is also fucking ridiculous in this. I just want to point that out.
Well, I think he just wants Ben Kingsley to play him in a movie. I think that's all.
Right.
Yeah.
These days that would not happen, Christian. They would not allow that.
That's also true. Well, what if you could make your skin darker? No.
Oh.
No, I'd rather not do that. Thank you.
Yay, super chats.
David Chandler, holy shit. Thank you, buddy. $100 for everyone except Christian. You got it. I'm doing the accounting right now on the side. Got it. Thank you.
I'll be the
David
bad
Chandler.
guy. That's fine. As long as I bring more money into Carl's pocket, it's fine.
Thank you, Christian. Joe Higachi with another $2. That was ending at 99, not $100. You know what? I'm throwing in the penny for him. That's fine. I'm fine to do that. I'm happy to.
Well, there's somebody that lives near you that I think would never throw in the penny. So good for you. All right. So this is a short one, clip 15. And I think no matter how much someone in the audience loves former President Donald Trump, they might not agree with the assertion from CPAC chairman Matt Schlapp, who really takes the time to make sure you know how he feels about the Donald.
And so behind Donald Trump, who's this big, strong, amazing guy, he might be the most unique person I've ever had the privilege to deal with because he's strong. He's got broad shoulders, but there's a lot of people behind him who are more brittle. And
Okay.
He's got broad shoulders.
He's into CrossFit. Obviously, you can tell how strong. You know, it's crazy. I tell you, Trump, he really benefits from the fact that Biden is so fucking feeble and trips over like bugs and shit like that because he makes Trump look like, he's way in shape. I mean, it's fantastic.
He's got the broad shoulders, and you can really feel them when you go in for the big embrace and you won't let him go. Not that I know from experience, mind you. But
there's a lot of things you can say about Trump, but talking about his physique, what kind of shape he's in, is not where I would go with that.
Right,
but this is Newsmax, so the hosts of the show are just nodding like, yeah, I mean, obviously, of course.
Yeah. Well, I mean, then again, though, what do you expect when you got somebody that's in their 70s and 80s? Sure, they're going to be. They could look like that. I've never understood why everybody attacked Trump on his physical stature. He's an old man who makes a whole lot of money and eats whatever the fuck he wants. Of course, he's going to look like that. It's better than fucking Chris Christie. My God.
Yeah, it's also a really dumb take. They're talking about like his 12th or 24th indictment or whatever it is, and the guy's like, he's got broad shoulders, he can handle it. It has nothing to do with anything. Just so you know.
He gets stronger with every fucking indictment. It's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Right. It's like spinach to him. Yeah.
Like it's gonna fucking matter, This is a guy who said publicly, I want to grab her by the pussy. And he got stronger. What do you think of a goddamn indictment about this bullshit?
Not only did he get stronger, the guy who laughed at that got fired immediately.
Yes. It's incredible.
You're not going to take him down.
Holy shit.
Nelson's TAS and Game Archive, $2. For more of the Young Turks trashing, check out Hard News Network. I'm going to need some hard news for sure. And then he comes back again with another $2. Hard News Network / Hard Bastard, number one target is the Young Turks. We tear them a new one. God damn it. If you put more than $2 you get enough characters to form a whole fucking word. So I have to try to figure out what you're saying on the fly.
Yeah, it sounded like you fell off the side of the earth on that last sentence. We tear them a new
well,
one.
You see that? A1. I'm trying to figure out what this is. It's like he's like sending me messages when we had pagers in 1998. I'm trying to figure out what he's talking about.
His next super chat is just going to say Karl 143.
911. David Chandler, I'll send a penny to El Horrible to pass on to Cardiff to give to Vinny to send to Zane to give to Karl. Perfect. That's $100. We got it figured out. Easy peasy. Makes sense.
That's fine. As long as David gives money to everybody else, it's fine. I live in Hollywood. I don't need any more money. That's right. All right. So let's move it on over to
look at this elite over here.
Hey,
I got a new house in Hollywood. Oh, look at me.
We had a hurricane over the weekend. Okay, Karl? We had a hurricane and an earthquake.
I heard it rained a little bit. Ooh.
Fuck you. I've got $10,000 worth of dogs behind me.
That's probably true. That looks accurate. Yes.
I think we saw that dining at a restaurant in Memphis. Clip number 16.
Oh,
what? I'm just reading the next clip.
Call
here.
back.
So another great news outlet for a show like ours is One American News, and I've had my eye on host Kara McKinney for a while because she falls under the category of like somebody put her on TV, but she wants to share one of the happiest moments of her life with all of us. So let's see what happened on a previous episode of Kara McKinney's show here on One American News, clip 16.
Friday, June 23rd, the eve of the solemnity of the Nativity of St. John the Baptist, which I believe is the confirmation saint of my now fiance. He proposed to me on set. I knew there was something of. Oh no, that's cute.
Hey, Kara. Good to see you. Honestly, this past time has been nothing but grateful. I've been having the best time of my life, and I sincerely mean that. You're such a beautiful human being, and not only do I mean from the outside, but also who you are as a person. From who you are, from being humble, charitable, nice,
ugly,
so loving and kind.
Oh,
to be with you. I just got one question to ask you. Will you marry me?
Oh.
Of course. Oh my
Let's pause it right there for a second, Carl. It's like, look, you might be a 4 on the outside, but you're definitely an 8.5 on the inside. Would you marry me? Would you make me the luckiest? And
what the fuck is going on? I don't remember Megyn Kelly having her boyfriend show up on set. Are they even trying to be a professional news organization? What are they doing?
And if they are, I'm sorry. Go ahead, put a fucking mic on the guy.
Yeah.
It sounds like fucking one of Chad's podcasts.
And this didn't happen on the show. This was like, hey, last week my boyfriend came by after the show, and do you want to see? No, not really. We tuned in for some news, but
worse.
I mean, and look, I'm not going to make fun of her fiance because I forgot to look up whether or not he was in the military. So, I don't really have much of an opinion on him.
He does have a crew cut. Good call.
Yeah. So that's kind of the clue that I had there. But I don't know. I was just thinking about if I did have video of when I got engaged, the last thing I would want to do is show it to you guys. Hey, do you want to see that the ring I bought her was too small and I had no idea what size her hand was? No, nobody wants that. But she put it on TV.
Is she 11 years old? Is this like statutory rape? I mean, she looks like a
well,
she makes Greta Thunberg look like she's about 55.
Funny you say that, Eric, because we're about to find out the answer to that.
Yep.
Yes. A million times, yes. If you're shocked, just imagine how I felt. It was absolutely surreal and beautiful, and I couldn't be any happier. One thing that I've learned in my 26 years on this earth, and soon to be 27 since my birthday's tomorrow.
The only thing worse than talking about your love life on television is talking about your birthday.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Nobody cares.
If she was turning 30 or 40, okay. But you're turning 27 tomorrow.
She looks cute in this photo, though. Hold on, Christian. I know you don't like this girl. This isn't the
I don't know that she should be on TV. I mean, that's really,
I know what you're saying. I hear what you're
she's
saying.
on her way. Yeah. Carl, if she had Tourette's, you would probably feel something more for her, right?
Correct. But she's not hot enough to be a Tourette's girl. Unfortunately, she's not in that league. Well, obviously,
she's a face changer because she does look great there.
Yeah.
While he doesn't, and then it's like the retardation goes to her when she's on TV.
Well, it might be because they can't afford lighting in OAN. I don't know what the budget is on that show, but it's not a big one.
Well, they saved some money on talent, and we go back to the video, and we don't have to play anywhere near the whole thing, but
all right.
Let me know at what point you guys and everybody out there in the chat, at what point do you realize, oh, okay, she is really religious and Jesus loves her? At some point, you might get a hint.
The doors God opened for me with this job at OAN or in finding the love of my life is that you really do have to just trust and wait for those doors to open in God's time and pray for the strength to cross the threshold when they finally do open. And trust me, it's a lot harder said than done. Says the Blessed Virgin Mary says at the Annunciation of the conception of our Lord to the Archangel Gabriel, behold the handmaid of the Lord.
All right, I think I get it.
Yeah, we get it. Jesus loves you. The Bible told you so. You're better than all of us. You've actually read the Bible. Good for you, Kara.
All right, let's see if I can figure out this one. Maybe you guys can help me out with this one.
Okay.
Nelson's TAS and Game Archive, another $2. Karl, INOU want full send 10s, but I am too cheap. Sorry. Hamburger.
Yeah.
Well,
But
you
meanwhile,
forgot the star. The star, too.
He's had 3 super chats now, and if he just did like one $6.99 or whatever, he could have just put everything in there.
I'm sure.
But this
I
is
got
more
that.
fun, isn't it?
I'm sure I got that wrong. Whatever he's
Yeah.
trying to say there.
Well, you got the hamburger. You got the important part.
Hamburger.
You know, the OAN spending spree of talent acquisitions didn't stop with Kara McKinney. Let's take a look at host Chris Boyle in clip 17 here.
It's not just gender that can be changed now either. Even race is up for grabs. New online trends are seeing young people trying to use videos containing purported subliminal messages on YouTube to change their physical features, even their race. Videos exist for every racial category, from European to even obscure ones like mixed Black and Asian. But go ahead and take a look at one of these videos.
I'm just glad he's not trying to hide how young he is. He actually has his apple juice there on the desk. He's got his little sippy cup. So he plays this clip, and then there's a little bit more towards the end. But I think that what it does is this disproves the notion that making fun of stereotypes isn't always hysterical. But when we get to that, because they're just showing you this video of all these.
Well, they're showing all these different Asian people, and they're showing that they do have differences. Amazingly enough, not all Asian people are exactly the same, according to this video. It's good to know.
Japanese, I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so.
Oh.
Did the video do it for you? Are you Asian now? I don't know. It's a little crazy to me. It's unknown if these videos will actually make anyone better at math either.
Okay, here's my theory on this. So no one knows about OAN. So they're hoping that CNN or another network actually goofs on them for sucking, so they get some people seeing what they're up to. Because that's the only reason why that any of these things are happening on this network.
Well, and first of all, he looks ridiculous. Okay, no matter, even if he is trying to give any serious news, there can be nothing that is taken seriously because of his appearance. He looks like a young Ray Romano.
I think his mom dressed him very well today, and he looks very good. I'm just saying. I think that they're trying to bait us into goofing on them. I think Christian took the bait on this one.
I definitely took the bait. Yeah, because there are several other clips I could have pulled of this guy. And, he's very reminiscent. If you remember on SNL, Vanessa Bayer used to do this character that was like a 12-year-old boy practicing for his bar mitzvah. Yes. And it's very reminiscent.
Person. You're saying that's not the same person?
No, I think that's who this is. Yeah.
Okay.
But I may have taken the bait on this, Karl, but I'm going to keep an eye on OAN all the same because
sounds good.
We can get some laughs. And we'll close this out with clip 18 because if you think you've seen bad production values, obviously you've never checked out RSBN, and our audio audience is only going to be able to appreciate half of this clip, but you'll get the fact that even that is not well handled. But the lighting seems to be a bit of an issue here in clip 18. Former president there, but you can't see him. Well, go with some rack focus.
I think the strategy is to try to get the black vote. That's what I think is going on here. It's brilliant.
Oh, look, we can see all the rides.
You can't even.
But in 2024, we're going to three-peat, and we're going to make this man the 47th.
Oh, that's fantastic.
In their defense, learning to have the light in front of the subject rather than behind it is like 401 shit. Like you got to get pretty far into college to learn about that.
Right, exactly. You would have to actually pay your camera crew to fly out to Des Moines and visit the state fair.
By the way,
isn't that funny that this was shot on a cell phone? Meanwhile, the maggots looked full HD. That was shot on the same fucking phone as this, and that looked perfect.
Shit. By the way, points for Trump's silhouette. You could recognize that fucker easier than the black guy. I mean, you figured out later on that it was a black guy when he started talking, but all we had to do was see Trump and we knew it was him.
I don't hear black in accents there, Eric. Maybe that's something that you do.
Yeah, I do all the time.
All right. Or a compound network over here. Yep. I don't.
You know what's funny? I was years ago on the radio. We had a guy on the air and he was telling a story and it had something to do with race. And we didn't want to we didn't want to assume he was black because of his voice. And I actually asked, "Are you black?" And he goes, "Come on, you can hear it."
Right. And at a certain point, it's insulting to not realize it.
Right. Yes, of course.
I just want to thank Steel Wrath, $5 says, does that OAN kid have apple juice in his tumbler? I can neither confirm nor deny these reports.
He stole Christian's fucking
joke. That's the joke I made. But for $5, you can take anything. No, his joke was funnier because he paid $5 to tell it.
And he said tumbler. That was a better joke, a better tag. Don,
hey, I said sippy cup. I said sippy cup, Carla.
All right. You know what? Eric, let's talk after the show. Maybe we should get Stuttering John to be the third mic on this show.
Oh, come on.
Don Keedick with $5 Canadian says, great show so far, guys. Also, KB has full-blown AIDS. Hacka. I have heard those rumors. I don't know if they're true or not.
Well, let's move it on over from the pundits to the politics themselves. Let's go for a little who are these politics?
A lot of people talking about Christian and Karl segment, making it great with who are these politics.
Now, there's no shortage of clips that I could have pulled from Joe Biden taking a trip to Maui yesterday, like a week or two after the fire. But we're not here to comment on that. There are lots of clips of him mispronouncing names of different people.
Didn't he say at first he didn't want to go there because he didn't want to get in the way? And I was like, that's the first smart thing Joe Biden has said or done since he's become president. Like, we don't need you in Hawaii. This guy's not going to be putting out a fire. He's not going to be doing anything. Like, just stay away. It's fine. We got this.
But also, he was at the beach in Rehoboth, Delaware, and that beach wasn't on fire. So he was like, I'm going to stay at this one.
All right. Good point. That's pretty smart, too.
I don't know about you. My fingers were crossed that he was going to get to the mic in Maui and go, what the fuck happened here?
Oh, this is almost just as bad though, right here.
Yeah, well, this is out of touch guy tries to relate to normal people. The 2023 edition here. Let's see, clip 19.
I don't want to compare difficulties, but we have a little sense.
But I will.
What it's like to lose a home.
Okay.
Years ago, now 15 years ago, I was in Washington doing Meet the Press. It was a sunny Sunday. And lightning struck at home on a little lake that's outside of our home, not a lake, a big pond.
Okay.
And hit a wire and came up underneath our home into the heating ducts.
More details. More details.
Make a long story short. My wife.
Are those tacos?
My 67 Corvette and my cat. But all kidding aside.
What the fuck was the joke? What do you mean all kidding aside?
There is no kidding, asshole.
Yeah. No, the cat died, but the 67 Corvette was fine. So that's what I'm joking.
But all kidding aside, Christian, we do have fun over here in the White House. Waka waka.
Hacka. The way they responded. There's an old expression. I grew up right across the street from a fire hall in Claymont, Delaware.
Stop trying to relate to this.
The expression is, God made man, then he made a few firefighters. You're all crazy, thank God.
A few
The only
musicians.
people who run into flames to help other people. And they ran into flames, saved my wife, and saved my family.
Is that band called Fat Hawaiians?
Smoke and the firefighters here can tell you sometimes smoke is so thick from the
Los
windows out,
hobos.
that thick inside the home.
Los hobos.
And we were insured. We did not have any problem, but being out of our home for a better part of a year was difficult. I can only imagine what it's like to lose your home.
And your family.
Yeah.
Because
we
they're
had
dead.
to stay at the Four Seasons on DuPont Circle. My commute was cut in down to 10 minutes. I can relate.
What is this tick that he has where he has to say not a joke after he says something very serious? And he's like, that's not a joke. No one thinks you're kidding. Everyone thinks you're probably shitting yourself, but nobody thinks you're joking.
Well, we'll all think he's kidding when he's still wearing that Hawaiian getup a week from now, and he's back in the White House.
Somehow that's disrespectful. I'm not sure how, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I want him to have a live mic, and he thinks he's off, and you hear him say, "Get this fucking thing off of me."
Yeah.
I look like fucking Don Ho. All right. Well, we all know how Karl's neighbor, stuttering John Melendez, feels about adult men wearing backpacks. Well, tough guy Ron DeSantis has plans for adult men wearing backpacks, but can you be a tough guy when you talk like Sesame Street's Mr. Snuffleupagus, also known as DeSanta-upagus? I'm working on the title. I'll see if it works.
Fuck you.
Clip 20.
Which, yes, we'll declare it a national emergency. I'm going to send military down there. We'll build a wall. We'll remain in Mexico, stop the invasion. We'll do all that. But when you have cartels operating the way they are, they're operating as akin to foreign terrorist organizations because they're killing our people. They're poisoning our people. So we are going to authorize the use of deadly force against the cartels. If you have somebody coming in with the fentanyl on in the backpack, they even break through the border wall where there is wall. If they're doing that, that's the last thing they're going to be able to do because we're going to leave them stone cold dead at the border. We're not putting up with it anymore.
And that voice saying, "We're going to leave you stone cold dead," feels like it should have come out of that OAN host with the tumbler of apple juice on the desk.
So if anybody has a backpack, they're shot dead. Is that what I'm understanding?
Basically, yeah.
First day of school is going to be a little rough down the southern border.
Shoot first, questions later. Yeah. God damn.
No, I love the idea that he thinks he's going to stop fentanyl from coming into the country. Like, I've only been alive for a few decades. I'm not sure. How does that, like, stopping drugs at the border thing work out? Because last I saw, every person I know is high on coke. This has been going on for months now. Maybe it's because I'm in Florida, but literally every single person I talk to is high on coke. We're never stopping the drugs from getting in. Nixon didn't do it. Reagan didn't do it. DeSantis ain't doing it. It's not happening.
Karl,
The only
all we need
defense
to
is
do is
not
just say no.
Sorry.
I mean,
Yes, I was
that's
just going to
really
say, really, I mean, who gives a fuck? I'm not going to do them. Let them in. Legalize them. Who gives a shit?
Maybe the problem was when we were kids and they had, the DARE program and they told you exactly how to shoot heroin and explained how cocaine gets cut up into lines. You could use a credit card and roll up a dollar bill. I'm like, okay, I'm taking notes.
Yeah. And then they're like, okay, who wants to get in line to try some just to see how terrible it is? Let's go. You first, Billy. Get up here. Tell
Billy's
the class
like,
how much
I
you
don't
hate
even
this."
like it.
Speaking of zooted, Joe Higachi with $2 says the smoke was so thick, Joe was zooted when he was giving that presser in Hawaii. I think is the problem.
In our clip 21, Mike Pence gives himself the Zumach Jeb Bush treatment when an applause line maybe doesn't deliver.
When is Pence going to stop embarrassing himself? What's he doing?
I feel like they have some kind of study that the book that'll come out next year will sell a lot better if you keep campaigning for a little bit longer.
If I'm president of the United States, we're going to get a new chairman at the Federal Reserve. I mean, this business of quantitative easing that's been underway that's set the stage for the worst inflation in 40 years.
If they don't clap for you saying you're get rid of Janet Yellen, talking about quantitative easement. I mean,
yeah. That's why we're getting rid of her. Oh, right. Now with you. That's the problem with the Federal Reserve. Which banker is running it? That's always my big beef with the Federal Reserve. Yeah, but who's the chair right now? Because then I'm not sure about it.
Yeah,
fucking idiots.
No, I mean, it's when you've been a politician pretty much your entire life, maybe you have a little trouble figuring out what people actually care about.
Right, I've noticed that.
But again, career politicians or career celebrities, sometimes you just don't know how a dishwasher actually works. Let's have clip 22, where Donald Trump maybe has trouble also being a man.
You're calling Donald Trump a career celebrity? He's a businessman, sir. He's a very...
I I learned about him the first time he was on the Howard Stern show. I don't know what you knew about him. From.
Real estate mogul. You know what I learned the first time he was on the Stern show is that a woman with small breasts cannot be a 10. Which is a debate that we can have that's for another show, another time.
I'm just going to say, like, you could say what you want about everything that happened after that moment. That's a stone cold fact.
Oh, shots fired.
You'll be able to buy an electric car, but you're going to be able to buy every form of car that's made. You've got to have choice. Like in school, we want school choice. We want choice for buying cars and washing machines and all of this stuff. I mean, the dishwashers, they were telling me you have to run it 5 times because it hasn't got enough water. So what they do, on. They end up using more water. I mean, the whole thing is crazy.
Have you ever even run a dishwasher twice to wash the dishes?
I have not, but look at the example. If you want to use an example about how we're doing this type of thing, all you have to do is say the toilets. You know, the toilets now, they don't give you the gallon flush they used to. And like my tequila shits, I have to flush multiple times to get those things down.
Oh no.
When America can relate to that.
When I leave something in the bowl that looks like Cardiff Electric, it is at least a 4 flusher.
Right.
Oh no.
By the way, it also says, "Oh, hello."
Yeah, Cardiff's entire family's in there when I'm done with it.
Has anybody pointed out, by the way, Cardiff, the metamorphosis of his voice went from, well, you remember what it was to what he's now actually just talking? Has that ever been addressed?
He's mentioned it himself. He used to use a voice modulator. And he's since just got to just being a cute potato that smiles a lot.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things. The
petty
metamorphosis.
officer. Yeah, I know. Petty Officer Lady Di of the USS Natty Ice, $2. U.S. Navy telegram. All right, the message is out there. I hope that was worth the $2 for that. And then Nelson's TAS and Game Archive. Again, this guy says he can't afford more, but he's see hundreds of Maui residents giving Biden's convoy the finger. Yes, I can imagine that's the case. Like, yeah, get out of here, buddy. We don't need you.
Yeah. They might not have been too happy. Yeah.
All right,
Eric.
So by the way, you're going to get to meet Cardiff at the Magic Bag September 15th. WATPlive.com for tickets. Yes, Cardiff will be there.
Karl, if somebody wanted to go to that, where would they be able to buy tickets?
WATPlive.com, but only a limited time because there are only a few left and they will sell out.
So wait a minute. So he'll physically be in the building?
Yes, he will.
And Ted Williams, the Golden Voice, is he supposed to be there too?
He will definitely be there probably. And also Tuki's going to be there. It's going to be a blast.
He will definitely be there probably is what you just said about Ted Williams.
Well, I realized that was a bad idea to guarantee. I mean, he said he will. He has been paid money, but I don't know for a fact that he will show up.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's still a homeless guy. So,
well, I think he has a home now, but yes, he's had his problems.
He's one bad day away from being homeless again.
Yeah, but Eric, aren't we all? Come on.
He's one kid with a backpack getting across the border away.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's close out the politics here. Our clip 23, I kept this clip short for all of you, basically because if you were like, hey, what would it be like if 2 of the least likable women on the planet got in a room together? That's our clip 23. It's basically an entire show of this.
All right, fancy meeting you.
Oh, I can't believe this.
Yeah, this is not the circumstances in which I expected to be talking to you.
Nor me, Rachel. It's always good to talk to you, but honestly, I didn't think that it would be under these circumstances. Yet another set of indictments.
Pretending she's not happy that this is the reason she's on TV. You know,
right?
I think say what you want about Hillary Clinton, but I believe. Not a fan of Donald Trump. I think I'm able to glean.
Isn't democracy fun, Rachel? Aren't we having fun? Let's keep arresting
We're doing
this
it.
guy.
We're having fun.
Yeah, this is fun, isn't it?
Well, I think we need an after dinner mint. We need a chaser after that Hillary Clinton video. So let's go to our Who Are These Sportscasters segment.
Home of the hourly triple play.
W-A-T-P. Who are these sportscasters? Just listen and find out. Who are these sportscasters?
And in our
Christian,
first clip,
I'm
Karl,
going to give a little
go ahead.
programming note here.
Yeah.
We're running a little bit long, so I'm going to ask that maybe we cut a few here. I'll let you use your judgment.
I know which ones to cut. It'll be fine.
Beautiful.
So our clip number one is Karl, your boy Josh Allen. Why don't you talk about this clip before we show it?
So Josh Allen, quarterback of the Buffalo Bills, and I'm so excited that he's on the front cover of Madden 24. That never goes poorly. That's great.
Yeah.
Happy days.
What could go wrong, Karl?
What could go wrong? You know, every player always has an amazing year when they're on the front cover of Madden. So Josh Allen just got done with a practice with his teammates. Apparently there was some bickering. I remember in the late 80s, they were the bickering Bills. The defense and the offense didn't get along with each other. And apparently this is coming back again. So the reporter's asking him about that specifically. And Josh is trying to play it off like, no, we're just competitive guys out there. We all want the same thing. And that kind of blows up on him.
We're just working to compete and get better. And, we want to be great. Sometimes you go through practices like that where both sides want it really badly. Both sides are storming to the ball, just trying to make some plays, and you need those practices. That makes your team better.
Was my assessment accurate? Was that one a little bit more, I guess, intense than usual?
I think all of our practice have their moments. I think this one may be the most constant, and again, it's expected. It's deserved.
and it's continuing.
Yeah, exactly. Hey!
Right away, they get in line.
Yes, which I appreciated that. I'm glad that they respect Josh Allen. But based on what they did in Pittsburgh over this past weekend, I'm guessing that there are some real problems with this team because that was a good showing.
Fuck you, honky.
But here's my question. And I think we have a great coach, but I question the coaching here because how are these guys coming off the practice field and not recognizing there's a press conference going on? They're yelling the F word at each other. There's literally 25 to 30 people sitting in a room with lights and cameras. Your quarterback is behind a desk and a podium. Like, how is no one recognizing that they're screaming during a press conference?
I have a question. Did you just refer to the Bills as we?
Of course, they're my team. They're us.
You're on the team. So
all right, can I explain this? Can I explain this, Eric? Because I've always done this. The team doesn't exist without the fans. All right, we've seen this happen to the Expos. We've seen this happen. Oh, you're gonna just dismiss this? What about the Cleveland Browns?
Hartford Whalers?
Why can't you just say I love the Bills? Not like I'm Karl. I'm on the Bills. Holy shit! Look at me. Yay!
I'm the 12th man, motherfucker.
Eric, I'm a Mets fan, and I traded away pretty much the entire team at the trade deadline for prospects. I did it, okay? We did it together.
Smart move, Christian. Holy shit. What a debacle that season was. Anyway,
yeah,
people hate soccer around here.
Well, we're going to have a couple more clips. I do want to get to clip number 2. We talked an awful lot about Kevin Brown, the Orioles announcer last week. And in this clip, they were getting blown out 10-0 by the San Diego Padres. And he figured that he had the best way to fill that time here in clip 2.
Don't tell me you don't know Blink 182.
I'll be honest, never heard of Blink 182.
Are you kidding me?
Sounds like a fighter jet to me.
Get out of here.
Good one.
You don't know Blink 182?
I probably know the song.
Yeah. All the small things? No?
Sing it for me.
All the small things.
Oh, okay, don't sing it anymore.
Solid comeback from his partner. But, don't stop there.
A lot of Padres games. Big fan. I Miss You. You don't know that one?
I don't think so. I mean, I might if I could hear the song.
Tom has this very distinct nasally voice. So he goes, "Where are you?
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm so sorry."
Now I recognize
you
it.
do. You got it
sound
now.
just
Thank
like
you.
him.
Yeah, about time.
Yeah. So a week ago, the broadcasting world was putting their arms around Kevin Brown and supporting him and talking about what a rising talent he is. I'm just wondering if anybody is maybe going to retract that support.
No, you guys are acting like this isn't a very typical baseball call when your team is down 10 runs. This is exactly what it goes. That's how it goes down every time. when you're in the 6th inning down 10 runs.
There's always filling, true, but not that bad of filling. And I still maintain that is the easiest job in America, being a play-by-play game for fucking baseball. Jeez.
Agreed. 1-1.
Oh,
foul.
Who couldn't do that? Anybody can do that.
Let's jump ahead to clip 5. And I think that this show should be the new home for Baba Booey and Howard Stern penis call-outs during sporting events because, maybe Howard doesn't focus on them as much as he should. But this is a perfect one. Right on, Mike. And I can't let this one go by the wayside, Karl. Clip 5.
I can't believe this is still happening. I'm very surprised by this, but good on Howard.
The clock was at 0. That is the end of the first half.
Thank you, Scott Novak, for the clarification. Nice job by the officials, by Scott Novak and his crew in this first half. The Bucks will be.
I mean, it's like, wait, was that guy in the booth?
Oh, that was perfect. God, it's like the ref. It's like the ref turned around and handed him the mic and said, "All right, you do something. I'm going to go take a break." And the guy put it right up there and said it.
This guy with a Schmega Dildos shirt seems to have something worth saying. Go ahead, son.
By the way, that's the most relevant thing Howard Stern has done in a decade, and he didn't even do it. That's impressive.
I don't know, Karl. I heard that little party he had at his house on WATP, and he invited all those celebrities downstairs. That was great stuff. I don't know what you're talking about.
Howard now would bleep that whole thing and then criticize it. That's horrible. That is so underhanded.
What is this guy talking about, Robin? All right, so clip number 6 will be our last proper clip for this segment. This one comes from Blind Mike Geary of Who Are These Socials, Thursdays at 6 Eastern, right here on the Who Are These Podcasts YouTube channel.
We might do it at 5 this week, but yes, that is correct.
Damn it. Getting in the way of a nice plug.
I'm on vacation. All right, here we go.
I always used to love to look up there and see those 2 balls, my playing competitor's ball.
All right, I want to set this over just to let you know. So whoever was filming this off the TV, you're going to hear them laughing, and it almost makes it even better. All right, so when you hear the giggle, just know that's not part of the broadcast.
I always used to love to look up there and see those 2 balls, my playing competitor's ball, and just try to show off and say, watch this, I'm going to stick it inside both of you. Seems a little deep.
That's I've ever heard in my entire life.
This is real life shit, and I'm walking that fucking walk. I got fucked by 2 dudes while I was walking around my neighborhood today.
Yeah. I think we need to put the audio from that in the WATB drop board, Karl. I think we might need that one again. So,
good call. Good call. That
spectacular.
Everyone would watch golf if that's what they did for every hole. Everyone would be tuning in for that.
Well, fitting that we're ending on sports today because we are going to stay with sports for our Broadcasting Hall of Fame segment here to finish out the show.
Might have happened a long, long time ago, but let's discuss with Karl and Christian who are these moments in broadcasting history.
So 3 years ago, this past weekend, one of the most important moments in broadcasting history happened. Clip 24 is the initial whoopsie, didn't realize that was a hot mic moment. And then the apology that has lived on is clip 25. But let's hear the initial slur first.
Tom Brenneman,
yes,
is who we're discussing here. Does both an MLB and or NFL.
Well, this was the last day he did that.
Ag capitals of the world.
Okay.
I'm going to back that up again. Just make sure everyone caught that because he did not know the mic was on. Always assume every mic is hot.
Fag capitals of the world. Reds Live, the pregame show presented by Ray St. Clair Roofing.
Yeah, it's the last plug for Ray St. Clair Roofing you ever got to read, Tom, isn't it?
Yep. Oof.
I wonder if Ray St. Clair Roofing could somehow well, this worked out for us. I mean, we've had nonstop business. I mean, it's been seen 1 billion times. We went on to become the #1 roofer in Cincinnati, because of what Tom said. So thank you.
I used to work at a PR agency, and one of the things they measure is the value. And what they do is they say, okay, if we were to buy the advertising time to get these people talking about us, what value is that? I think you're right about this, Eric. They don't have enough money in the world to get the value that whatever, I don't even know what that company just was. I've already forgotten it. But yes, this was way worth it for them. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they slipped the next guy a few $1,000 to drop an F slur.
Right.
Read.
A special guest in the studio, Anthony Cumia.
If you're an F slur and you need some painting done.
Brought to you by Ray St. Clair Roofing. Now hiring black people. Anthony, what do you think about that?
But that moment is important because without it, we never would have gotten this, Carl. Our final clip of today's show.
What inning is this in?
It's like I think it'll say on the screen.
Okay, I don't remember. I want to say it's like the 7th. He got pretty far into the game before they're just like, okay, buddy, you're done here.
You have to go home. And this part I think wouldn't happen today, where they're like, oh, but let's give you a mic for another 2 minutes.
Right.
3-0 ball game with
top of the 5th. Okay.
Reds in front of the Royals. We go to the top half of the 5th inning. Castellanos to lead things off. Jim Day's going to be taking us the rest of the way through this game as Holland takes over on the mound.
That was low and inside. I just want to say, I don't know how that's a strike, but all right, that's not important here.
So great.
I made a comment earlier tonight that I guess went out over the air that I am deeply ashamed of. If I have hurt anyone out there, I can't tell you how much I say from the bottom of my heart. I'm so very, very sorry. I pride myself and think of myself as a man of faith. As there's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, it will be a home run. And so that'll make it a 4-0 ball game.
For not understanding why that's really funny, it's because he is the announcer for the Reds. A Reds player just hit a home run, and he couldn't have been less excited about it. There's never been a home, unless you're down by 20 runs. There's never the home announcer just like, and that goes back pretty far. Yeah, that's gonna be a home run.
Anyway, back to me. saying that word F rhymes with bag.
See ya. It's out of here.
As there's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, it will be a home run.
Also, bringing up that you're a man of faith is probably not the right move right there because religion doesn't have a great track record.
No. Come on. I always thought that he would have been better off if he said, yeah, I said that word and I meant it. And
no, what he should have said is, I vacation in San Francisco every year. I love it there. I was just talking about how amazing it is.
Yeah. Or he
I just was saying I enjoy rice-a-roni.
Yes.
You're right. He could, or what was the actor from House of Cards? Kevin Spacey. If he said, ladies and gentlemen, I said that, and I just want you to know that I suck dick.
Yeah.
Oh. That's true. That is the one way he could have saved it. He's like, "Look, I'm gay." Like, really?
Yes.
I
am one
I
of
have
them.
to be now. Yeah.
Right. I'd rather ruin my marriage than my broadcasting career. So yes, I just want to let my wife know I'm unfaithful and I'm going to sleep with guys every weekend.
Nick Castellanos did a home run. I want to suck his dick.
I wonder what his balls taste like right now as he rounds those bases. I'd love to know.
And so that'll make it a 4-0 ball game. I don't know if I'm going to be putting on this headset again. I don't know if it's going to be for the Reds. I don't know if it's going to be for my bosses at Fox. I'm going to apologize for the people who signed my paycheck for the Reds.
I mean, come on. Could you be more blatant? Yeah, more blatant than that. The people who signed my paycheck.
Oh, please keep paying me.
That's funny.
Fox Sports Ohio, for the people I work with, for anybody that I've offended here tonight. I can't begin to tell you how deeply sorry I am. That is not who I am.
Yes, it is.
And never has been. And I'd like to think maybe I could have some people that could back that up.
Okay.
I am very, very sorry, and I beg for your forgiveness.
Oh,
Jim.
That is
not enough varies
horrible.
in that one because he did lose his job.
Again, I am very, very, all I was expected to hear was gay.
Right. That was the one way he could have saved it.
I wish his replacement had come in and been like, that awkward apology brought to you by Ray Sinclair Roofing.
And then the fact that he has to take the headsets off and go, here you go. And then the other guy has to go, well, I mean, I wish they would have kept it rolling so we could have heard that transition. Well, see you later. See you later, pal.
Yeah.
Oh. What an exciting home run that just was. In case you guys are watching, we're up 4-0 right now.
The best is that over time there have been more moments where, you know, they're honoring like a fallen veteran or something, and then Nick Castellanos hits a home run. He's on the Phillies now, and I feel like Tom Brenneman and John Kruk, they wait until he's going to have an at-bat to lead off an inning, and then they start talking about somebody who passed away. It doesn't always work out, but sometimes it does.
Breaking news, it looks like a couple airplanes just hit the Freedom Tower as Castellanos steps up. He drives one deep to left field. It's going to be a home run. The building just came down as Castellanos rounds the bases.
You can definitely see people jumping out of the top stories right now to their death to avoid the flames. And that was probably 430 feet, I would say, to center field. Pretty good shot. Exit velocity, 101.3.
Look at the quality of that roof. If only they had gone to St. Clair Roofing in the Cincinnati area.
Oh, shit.
All right. I think we just solved baseball's ratings problems.
We sure did.
I think we got it.
I think we solved all the problems, but we still haven't answered the question. Who are these broadcasters, Karl?
Not yet. But that's okay, because we'll be back again next Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern, to try to figure this one out.
And until then, you can find my podcast, The Blackcast, BLADTCAST, where you find your audio podcast, and we're on YouTube at Blackcast, BLADTCAST.
Thank you very much. I am available wherever you download shows. I have a free podcast Monday through Friday, the Eric Zane Show podcast, and also a Patreon, which helps keep the lights on. You can sign up for 7 days free to find out just how shitty it is, to see if you actually want to pitifully contribute to keeping these dogs fed. Patreon.com/Eric Zane.
I would leave with the
stupid.
Yeah, leave with the dogs next time. If I were you. And whoarethese.com is where you can go to find all the things about who are these podcasts, who are these socials, and who are these broadcasters. Guys, thank you so much. Another fantastic show. And we'll see you again next week.
Yeah, as Tom Brenneman learned, every mic is a hot mic, but not every potato is a hot potato.
Oh, fuck you.
Who are these broadcasts and doing the work for people?
The mainstream media makes tremendous mistakes. Let's find out.
Oh, come on. It's no joke. We are having fun. Who are these broadcasters are making sure you get the narrative?
Karl and Christian both are doing a tremendous job. Probably the best job anyone has ever done. Lots of people are saying that the best broadcast there ever was. Who are these broadcasters is on your site to observe and report.
Who are these broadcasters? With Karl and Christian, you know, folks, it's really no different than a police officer running to the scene of a crime or a firefighter running into a burning building. It's what they do.